Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check. Yo, we Harlem on the rise, yo, we love to get the money. It's a podcast, you can catch us being funny. Yeah, from 7 to 9, we litty and live. So stop everything, this is serious vibe. Catch us on a Wednesday, steady on the hump day. Listen in your car, got the beamer or the unpaid. Facebook Live, we live on the rec. You can call a kicker with us if you show respect. Yo, a lot of topics, we always got it poppin'. You know we neighborhood, we always kicking knowledge. Yeah, that's the stilo, we do it for the people. Higher than the ego, we ordinary people. We be kicking it, cause you know we living it. Come to catch a vibe, it's a vibe, come and witness it. We down for each other, no matter the weather. It's the beat 139, cause Harlem stick together, what's up?
What up?
Yeah, what up, what up, what up?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Welcome to the Beat 139, I'm Doc.
Don Vito.
What's up, everybody? And I'm Kelly.
Okay,
Yeah.
we want to introduce our first guest.
hold
Before
on.
we do that, go ahead, Doc, tell them what it is.
Now, a couple weeks ago, we had a guest. We had the Rucker 55th guest, JR. He was with us. He just passed away, so we definitely want to give our condolence to him and his family.
JR.
He was just with us a couple weeks ago, right here sitting down, interviewing with us. Mm-hmm. So we just want to give like a moment of silence real quick for JR and his family. All right, thank y'all.
Rest in peace, JR.
Rest in
Peace, JR.
peace. Condolences to his family, of course.
Yeah.
Yep. So we want to introduce our first guest for tonight. All right. His name is Khalil Kain. He was born and raised in New York City, a 20-year-plus veteran actor, best known for his turn as Raheem in the urban classic film Juice. Khalil has been in 8 feature films, last seen in Tyler Perry's For Colored Girls. Kain played the character Darnell as a series regular on the television show Girlfriends for 6 seasons. Welcome to the show,
Yes,
Khalil Kain.
What up?
What up, Khalil? What up, champ?
It's good to be home, you know.
Yeah, good to have you, man.
Uptown.
So how you tell everybody how you pronounce your first name, man?
Khalil.
All right, Khalil. And you was born in Manhattan.
Yes.
Okay, are you still in Manhattan?
Yes.
Okay, all right, okay.
New York in the building.
All right.
Yeah, I was born at Beth Israel Hospital. Wow. Remember Beth Israel?
Absolutely.
They tore that one like that.
So we like to start off from the beginning, like your childhood, growing up, then we get to the end.
Oh, really? So we gonna go way back?
Yeah, we go way back. For the people, because we got a new audience, you know, the youngest, they might not know who you are. So, you know, you can start off like how your
All right,
childhood was.
why don't we start off from how I got here at this table?
Exactly.
Yes.
How many times did you ask me to come on the show?
One.
There you go, one time.
One time.
That's
Support,
love right
support,
there.
support.
That's
Exactly.
love. Let's
yes.
clap for that.
Support.
That man let y'all know.
One time.
Keeping it real.
One
Keeping it
time.
real.
baby.
That's keeping
One
it real.
time.
All right, but on everything,
Yeah.
the way y'all approached me with kindness and respect and love, you let me know right out the gate that you appreciated my work and you really wanted me on the show,
Yes.
and if I could come down.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Why would I not come down?
And we appreciate you coming
know
down.
what I mean?
champ.
Yes,
That's
you
right. One more
definitely
time.
did. Yes.
There it is.
It was good stuff.
Exactly. And you didn't
that.
just come down, you came early.
Came early. Professional.
I'm prompt. What can I say?
You know what I'm saying?
My mama raised me right. You know.
We got some guests, you know, not naming no names, that they ain't even reached their peak yet, and they don't even come early.
Look, I'll tell you
know what
what.
I'm saying?
I don't like people wasting my time.
There we go.
And that's facts. So I'm not gonna waste anybody else's time.
There you go.
You know, you asked me to get here on 7 o'clock,
Yeah.
6:45. My Hapkido teacher back in LA, Grandmaster Hojin Song, told me if you're at class on time, you're late. You know, so yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on time.
There it is.
That's
there.
right. That's right.
Okay. So like Doc said, we're gonna take it back, right? So you was born in New York, and then how'd you grow up with your family? What was your family like growing up as a kid?
Yo, man, we moved around a lot. Okay, started out Lower East Side of Manhattan, moved out of there, Brooklyn, Bronx, back to Manhattan. I remember we got evicted and we had to go stay at my cousin's house in Brownsville. That's the worst ass whooping I ever took in my life. Yo. Mess around in them projects.
It's a rough neighborhood, man.
Yeah, man, but even back then it was worse. I mean, like now, the Lower East Side where I grew up, the East Village is super cute right now.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
Yeah, they clean all that up.
Yeah.
Bloomberg.
Yeah, it's nice. It wasn't like that back in '79. You know? It was cool though. Manhattan, I lived what 15, 16 years in LA. When I came back to New York, I was surprised how shiny and clean the city is now.
Yeah.
I think it's lost some of its testicles,
Yeah,
so to speak.
It did.
You know, but like back when I grew up here as a kid, there wasn't cameras on every corner.
Yeah.
And my feeling is that people, I don't know, in a street sort of way, were a little more respectful. Only because you knew who was who. So you wasn't coming out of your face all crazy.
Facts.
Because you knew what could go down.
Exactly.
Now people walking around, bumping into you, talking stupid.
Yeah.
Because what you gonna do? This camera right
Yeah,
there, I'll call the police, and it's
exactly.
like,
On my cell phone, we gonna film it.
man, I don't like. I really don't appreciate the disrespect. I'm respectful, y'all. You know,
Yeah.
we hung out for a little bit.
Yeah.
It can be love, but let it be that.
Right.
Let it be respect.
Right,
You
right.
know, there's a level of entitlement now walking around in Manhattan that I'm not really crazy about. But I digress.
But see, a lot of people don't know, because we want to get back into the story, but I'm just going to jump on this right quick. A lot of people don't know you're a black belt, man.
Yes.
They don't know you're a black belt in martial arts.
Yes.
So you break somebody up pretty much if you had to. I mean, if you had to. But we ain't going to do that.
Right. No. I will protect myself.
Right.
Yeah. Other than that, that's not something we talk about a lot. I mean, I don't know.
How old you was when you started, though?
When I got to LA, I mean, when I was a kid, I remember my pops put me in some kung fu classes. I think I was about 12. And then I think when I was about 19, 20, I went over to Sato Karate on 23rd Street, and I practiced there for a little while. And then I moved to LA. And LA, man, it's a different kind of lifestyle than here. It's a little more planned, it's sunshine, daytime. I don't know. I felt like I was wandering a little bit too much socially.
Right.
And I really didn't like who I was seeing out at night.
Right.
As opposed to like going out. I mean, I worked at the Roxy here in New York when that joint opened up. Like nightlife in New York is a whole nother animal.
Yeah.
Nightlife in LA was kind of corny. So I bumped into an old friend of mine from New York, and the first question he asked me was, "Yo, you still practicing?"
Right.
And I said, "No, not really. I'm looking for some place." I looked around a couple. I didn't see nowhere that I really liked. So he took me to his school and introduced me to his teacher, and it was a Hapkido school. Song's Hapkido. I just mentioned my old teacher, Grandmaster Song. He's probably, he's probably 79 now. Old Korean cat, super cool brother. But yeah, pretty much the whole 15 years I was there, I practiced with that man. And yeah, he was solid. Old military guy. He had a really great sense of humor.
So are you good enough where you can start your own classes?
When I left the school, I was the senior black belt there, so I would teach at that school.
Oh,
Yeah,
so something you already started.
Well, I don't teach here. I mean, I practice on my own. When I left that school, I was a third Dan, and like I said, at the time I was the senior black belt there, and I would, most of the time when I would show up in the morning, Grandma would say, "Mr. Kain, teach the class," and that would be that. So it was cool. And it's funny because he was an old military guy. So at our school, all the black belts were Sir or Mr. Kain or Mr. Johnson, whatever.
Yeah.
So I would be out at lunch or somewhere, with just folks.
Yeah.
And maybe a student would be there. "Oh, Mr. Kain, how are you?" "Fine." "Why are they calling you Mr. Kain?" I'd be like, another world, man.
Respect, man.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Just like you said, back in the days, there was a lot of respect. Now
Yeah.
you don't get that.
So you
too
grew
much.
up with any siblings?
I have, so we have the womb mates. That's the 3 kids that came from my mother's womb.
The womb mates.
The womb mates. That's me, my brother Kayama, my sister Kyra.
Right.
And then we have 3 others that are half-step, whatever, from different fathers or mothers. But there were 3 of us that grew up together in the same home. Yeah.
All right, so you
I'm the oldest.
So you half Asian, half black.
No, I'm a quarter Asian and 3/4 black.
So 75%.
Yo, man, I got the Ancestry.com a gift like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
I
Information.
don't believe that's true.
Yo,
I don't
I'm
think
telling you
that's true.
that information really felt kind of fugazi to me.
Yeah, I don't think it's
was
true.
like,
It's a game.
I don't know.
That's like the psychic
So-
people they had back in the
Yeah,
days. Remember that? Now you don't
No.
hear about it no more.
Yo, but we giving up our DNA.
Yeah.
You know? Like, straight up. That's our DNA
Right.
into injected directly into the matrix. Like, you
Right.
know, I'm like, all right, cool. Whatever. I saw my results. My mother's father is Chinese, Lam Kui. My grandmother on my mother's side is from South Carolina. She black.
Black.
Black, southern black.
What's black?
Like southern black,
Right,
like from
right.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Actually, Cherokee, the whole thing, the Indians and the black folks from down in South Carolina. On my father's side, I know nothing.
Right.
And this is something that we have to deal with as black Americans. I don't even know what to call us anymore because with Trump in the White House, like it's become very weird. Like, well, are we American? I mean, and as long as I've been American, it's felt uncomfortable. Like I don't think I've ever called myself like on my own African American or described myself as African American. Like, when's the last time you were like, yeah, I'm African American? Like, do you say that?
No.
No, do you say that?
No.
I don't say that.
You sound black.
So do you say that?
No,
said-
I'm
said
saying black.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, like my grandmother would say she was Negro.
Right. Yeah.
You know, if you.
That's that slavery mentality.
But no, if you called her black, like
Right.
that was like a black African, like that was an insult. Like, you know, if somebody called me African right now, I wouldn't feel insulted by it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, that's another generation. But on my father's side, I know nothing. Like, absolutely nothing.
What do you mean you
about-
know nothing?
Like, I don't know his mother and father.
Oh, okay.
I've never met them. I don't know that whole side of my family.
So being that we're talking about your dad was a famous guy, or is a famous guy. Let's
All
talk
right,
about your dad.
Let's talk about that.
Talk
You know,
about that.
When people talk about my father being a famous guy, we're talking about Khalil Kain, one of the original last poets. The original last poets were Khalil Kain, David Nelson, and Felipe Luciano. I still see Felipe all the time. That's my man, 100 grand.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, Khalil Kain is not my biological father. But Khalil Kain was the father that I knew.
Right.
He met my mom when I was 3.5, 4. I didn't meet my biological father until I was like 12.
Okay.
So I have his name. That was my pop. I mean, my sister and brother, his kids, I know him better than they do. You know, like I've rolled with him. I was at the East Wind watching him perform. When I did For Colored Girls, I mean, Enzazaki Shange, who wrote the piece, you know, knew my pops. You know, performed poetry with my pops. Learned from my father, you know, her writing style. And was shocked when they brought me over. Because they brought me over as an actor. She had a whole, and she was sickly at the time when I saw, but she had a whole entourage with her. And they said, would you like to meet Enzazaki? And I play this game all the time. I didn't say nothing about it. I was like, of course, I would love to meet her. So they brought me over, and they said, this is Khalil Kain. He's one of the actors in the film. And she looked at me, and she was like, I said, yeah, Khalil Kain, Guyland's son. And she went, and then one of the dudes, one of the dudes I was with was like, yo, you look the same. He's at the front, man. You was always on Felipe's shoulders. She was playing the car. I said, yeah, man, but the East Wind.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a whole different, that's a whole nother era, a whole nother time, you know, of conscious, militant, pro-black attitude that I grew up with. You know?
So do you think you not being as close with your father brought you closer with your siblings more on his side?
I mean, what does that mean, close?
Like where you have a relationship, pretty much, where you don't have to see each other every day, but you do know of each other, you do speak, and
You know what I'll
maybe
tell
family
you?
events.
You know what that caused me to do is to be available. When I walked in the spot, love, right?
Yeah.
Available,
Love, yeah.
open, right? It's not like closed off or funky. No, I want to invite as much family into my space as possible.
Right.
And if I feel a vibe that you're not fam, I don't want you around. You know this.
Yeah, the energy
You see me
definitely.
in the street.
Yeah, exactly.
You know this.
Yeah.
It's not, some
yeah.
bullshit.
But then you walk around with your family. You don't walk around with security.
Exactly.
You keep it regular
And I'm by myself.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Nobody's
Every
looking for
time
me.
I saw you,
It's always love.
Yeah.
So not being connected, like that, where it's knowledgeable blood. It's caused me to look for family out in the
Right.
world. Who are my people?
Do you feel
it's
as if-
my immediate family, we're tight.
Okay,
Like my mother
good.
had me when she was 16 and a half.
Right.
That's my girl. We're super tight. Like I'll murder somebody for my mom. Like it's not even a joke.
you better.
My sister, my sister's 5 years younger than me. She's grown up. We tease my sister about being perfect, but the way she was raised, I let her know like nobody disrespects you.
Right.
You got
Of course,
two brothers.
right.
Let them know. You know.
Yeah.
What
And-
Exactly.
So what makes you start acting?
Opportunity. That's all. I didn't go to school for acting. I'm not, and I'm not like an actor. It was an opportunity that was presented to me that I was able to do. It was something that I tried that I felt like I was good at. And I was fortunate enough when I got started to work with phenomenal people. I've worked with Ruby D, Gregory Hines, Sidney Poitier, Tupac Shakur, Debbie Allen, Felicia Rashad, like people, it's nonstop. But right out the gate, like I was telling somebody recently about just the first film I ever did was Juice. It's a classic. Yeah. And Tupac, rest in peace. If it wasn't for Pac, I probably wouldn't have been in the film.
Why is that?
Bro, when we went into audition, they had us all in the same room. And Pac was bringing heat. Like, he was one of the people that I met, like, honestly, and I'm not trying to disrespect myself in any way, but I don't want it that bad. Like, I don't want money that bad. I don't want fame that bad. I'm enjoying living my life and spending time with my family and, doing what we do.
Yeah.
Staying alive, breathing, having a good life and feeling good about what I do and what legacy I leave behind. But when I met Pac, like Pac wanted fame. He wanted money.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, kid was 20. He told me, yo, bro, this time next year, I'm gonna be a millionaire. I was like, that's what I did. I was like, got it. But he was dead ass serious about all of this. When we went into the room to audition, he was bringing heat. Pac was an amazing actor. And I looked at it and I thought to myself, if I'm gonna get a role in this film, I'm gonna have to be as good, if not better than that kid right there.
Right.
Wow,
Right,
that's
right,
crazy.
right.
So I,
Elevated.
yeah. I mean, that's what you do. You look. I'm not a trained actor. I was at the time, so I'm looking around in the room like, what do I got? I don't really know what I have to do, but you understand like what the comp is. I played ball.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah, you got to step it up.
But we definitely gonna get back to that. You have a caller. You here? We want to talk to him, Khalid?
Okay, this is Ron calling again. I like to say what's up. Listen, I've been following your career for a while, and I'm watching the Beat 139.
Nice.
Listen, how do you feel making that transition from New York and living to California? Because the whole vibe is two different places, and it's a different animal. How did you like the transition?
I don't think I ever did make the transition. I'm a New Yorker. That was about business, so I did what I had to do business-wise. Until I felt comfortable enough in my position that I knew I could come home, and all of those same casting directors and producers and whomever else, agents, were comfortable with the fact that I'm here now and they could call me here. I mean, we could put it on tape. It's not that deep. We have the technology now. But LA was never home for me. Honestly, it is a different animal, without a doubt.
Oh, and
To answer your question, I don't think I ever transitioned well to LA. It was not. I don't know. I like to work and then I like to play. There's office hours. It seemed like office hours never ended in LA. Even when you were out just chilling, people were watching and trying to make deals and and it right now we're not working.
Yeah.
We're chilling,
We
we're
chilling,
talking,
yeah.
we're chilling.
Exactly.
I'm not working right now. And that's the difference between being in LA and being in New York.
Ron?
okay, I want to have another question I have to ask you.
Go on.
How do you feel when you walking around New York and people call you Raheem?
I love it. I think that's amazing because that was 28 years ago, maybe.
28 years?
Yeah, Juice was in 92.
92.
Wow, man, it's been a while.
So that's respect and love. So yeah, I love it. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, most definitely, that is.
Thanks for calling, Ron. Appreciate it.
Stay up, Ron.
Appreciate you, Ron, for supporting us every week.
Definitely appreciate it. So get back to the when you talk about Pac. So you saying he worked the room. He was so.
Pop wasn't even. Yes, I mean, I think the film made him a star. He capitalized on it. He wanted it. He was a beautiful human being. And honestly, like, when I first started auditioning for that film, I had no idea what I was doing. Like, it was an intense room, and Pac sort of set the tone and kind of let me know where I needed to be, energy-wise, to like get that done.
So it was a lot of people in that room.
There was a lot of cats that auditioned. Do y'all know Chill? Daryl Chill Mitchell? He's in a wheelchair now. He's on NCIS.
Yeah, I know exactly.
New Orleans.
Oh, yeah, him, yeah.
Yeah, he was in House Party.
Yeah.
Like, he was almost Bishop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Flex was up in it. Like, there was actors up in there, man.
Flex a comedian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he was in the movie.
Yeah. You have another call. A lot of people calling want to represent.
Love
Talk
it.
to you real quick.
What's up?
Caller, you here with Khalil?
Hello?
Speak up, caller.
Hey, what's going on, Khalil?
What's happening? Who's this?
Hey, I just wanted to know, since you have not been on this, well, I'm sure you had other jobs besides the role you did in Juice, but have you done any writing and producing since then? And was Biggie on the set with you guys on Juice?
No, Big wasn't on the set. But back then, I was a big fan of EPMD. So when Erica Parrish showed up on the set, I lost my mind, bro.
Crazy.
Special Ed was on the set. I mean, like, Queen Latifah was on the set. It was hot. A lot of people came through and blessed us. But yeah, I never met Big. That always bothered me. I would have loved to have met him.
Caller, where you at?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, that's it.
All right, thank
thanks
you for calling,
appreciate
man.
For calling.
What you got, Kelly?
So how did they go about picking the roles? Like, because for that movie, like, every role that you guys played, it was, like, perfect for you. It had fitted each person. It was just perfect. So how did they go about picking the role for you guys?
They had a pretty in-depth audition process, and they had all of us in the room, and they had us read all of the roles. So they would have us do the scene, and then switch roles and do it again.
Right.
And I think that sort of developed a camaraderie and comfortability factor.
Right.
Of who you could see who the crew was.
Right, because
in the room.
you guys seem like you was actually living those roles. Like when you
I
watch that
ju-
movie, it feels like
I just
so
hung
real.
out with Jermaine. So Jermaine hit me up.
With Jermaine.
Jermaine Hopkins, who plays Steel.
Oh, still okay.
My boy still.
So it was like, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago, it was his birthday. And he said he was coming into the city and he wanted to hang out. And I was like, all right, cool. So, what you doing Saturday? He was like, I think I'm free. I got a friend of mine who has a boat. So he met us. We went down to the marina in Brooklyn, hopped on this boat with his wife, my woman, these people, and we just went out, on the river. Bruh, Statue of Liberty, like we pulled up. I don't know this, but there's a little gas station like right by the Statue of Liberty where you pull up to gas up your boat.
Right.
Man, we had the best time. And like to just hang out and vibe privately like that.
Yeah.
And to be able to, like, that many years later, just chill and get drunk and laugh. And, like, you know, it was a really great day. Jermaine, my man, what's happening? You know, that's my man.
We get him up here. We get him up here.
Let me ask you a question,
From
right?
Jersey.
So moving along just a little bit, right? How did you feel when Pac got killed, man?
I was working at the time. I was doing a TV show called Lush Life. And I was on the Warner Brothers lot. And Pac has fans all over the world. The star of the show, Lori Petty, was a huge Tupac fan. And I was actually in front of the camera. They were setting up a close-up on me. And she was standing behind the camera, and she was like, yo, your man passed. I was like, what? She was like, Pac, I just saw it on the news, he passed. I was like, I stepped off. I walked off the set. We were in a studio. I just walked outside the door, just sat down and cried, man.
Yeah.
And you know, you're working. They don't really care. But yeah, I didn't get back to work for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I wasn't trying to hear it. Like, you know, I really wasn't. I wasn't trying to hear it. I was like, just leave me alone for a minute, because at the time I really didn't think that he was gonna pass. I mean, he had been shot before.
Right.
It was like bullets didn't hurt this cat. I was like, he's fine. He gonna be all right. You know, they done shot him 5 times. But nah. Yeah, so I don't know. That was rough. Even now, y'all turned on the flick while we were here on the TV. I don't really watch it. I don't like to watch it. Only because I don't like to see. I love seeing me. I'm all young and shit. I look at But every time I see Pac on the screen, young and vibrant like that, understanding that he's gone and that he was murdered and that nobody has ever been brought to task for that openly, legally. That bothers me.
Yeah, I know it does.
It does bother me.
I can imagine, you know. You have to spend all that time with him, stuff like that, you know. It's something that, you know, you definitely had to feel, you know.
Oh, I mean, I'm not by myself. There was definitely a period there of downtime where damn near everybody I knew was in a sort of a dark vibe about the fact that Pac was gone.
So
I think there's still a void,
you
know, in music and in the culture from the fact that Pac and Big got taken away like that in that short of a period. And the fact that they were kind of the heart and soul of everything that we were doing
in the rap
at the
game,
time. But the rap game back then wasn't just the rap game. That it was sort of the voice of who we were as young men. I mean, really. Like now, I don't really, no disrespect to any artists out there, but the music that I hear right now doesn't speak for me. Like I don't relate to it in that way when I hear it that that's my voice. Where back then when I would hear Pac spit a verse or hear Biggie spit a verse, like you know, Guru would spit a verse, that was my voice. You know what I mean? Like I say that.
You can relate to them. You can relate to them. You can't relate to this.
So after that movie, a lot of doors open up. And then what you did next after that?
Not really. I mean, you could ask any young black man that's in the industry right now, as far as doors opening. No, we live in America and we're black. Doors don't just open. You have to open your own doors. That's never gonna be the case. I'm not gonna say that that's never gonna be the case, but I doubt highly in my lifetime that rule will change.
Yeah, you had like a little downtime after that.
Not really. No. After I did Juice, I did Renaissance Man. After I did Renaissance Man, I did Love Jones. After Love Jones, I did Zoo Man.
What about the Tiger Woods story?
Tiger Woods story after that.
How was that?
I don't know. I mean, I think we shot that right after he won his first Masters. So I don't think they were really taking Tiger all that seriously back then. I mean, he was a phenom. You know, not
so
an
why they
icon.
pick you for the Tiger Woods story?
Bruh, come on, man. Look, it's a closely knit group. of actors. We all know each other, whatever. When I walked up into the audition with my Nike hat on, everybody was like, "Ah, man, come on!" I was like, "What's up?"
That's a half Asian black thing. That's what it was. It's a rap for you, huh?
It's a rap. As soon as I walked in,
That's
I
what I
could tell from
figured.
their faces. They were like, "Oh man, all right."
Did you get to spend time with Tiger Woods and get the normal?
They bought the rights. Tiger don't get down like that. One, two. They bought the rights to a book, and that's what they based the film on.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, Showtime did that.
So what was one of your most challenging movies?
For Color Girls.
Color Girls?
For Color Girls, yeah.
How did you end up getting that role?
Tyler Perry wanted me for the role. I mean, I know Enzisaki Shange goes back. She has family ties. My mom's, every woman that helped raise me, they were brought up on For Color Girls on that play. So Tyler Perry's doing the film. They were not excited about it. No woman older than me that I knew was excited about the fact that Tyler was going to do this film. I read the script. It's like, all right. And how can I? This was a play that was written for black women. It's in the title, For Color Girls.
Right.
Who considered suicide when the rainbow isn't enough. It's not about us as black men. This is their voice. It was to empower them. So every black role, every male role in that play is really like ugly.
I was just about to say, how did you feel about playing that role?
I felt horrible about it.
I didn't like that role, but you played it well. You played it well.
I said no at first because they weren't sure which role, and honestly, after reading the script, I didn't want to play any of those roles. They called back. Robbie Reed cast it. Robbie's put me to work a bunch of times. She called back. My agent, I got read the riot act. I was told, end quote, if you want to do a film this year, take this meeting.
Right.
So that seemed like a veiled threat to me. And that's something that I did learn from my time in LA. You're not really allowed to say no. You would think that would be a choice, but it's not.
Right.
You say no enough times,
You're done.
well, no. Who are you to say no?
Especially a black man.
Who are you to say no? What do you mean no? I'm offering you a job, and you've got the gall to say no to me?
Wow.
I didn't understand that at first. Because I really did. Growing up in a progressive home, I thought I actually had a say or a choice in like what moves I get to make.
But you know what? It's good that you did take that role because it just shows that, you're very versatile with your acting skills, which is good, because, you're not that person. You're just acting. So, and it is a good role
I hear
to
that,
get,
But to be effective in any role, you have to really step into that moment.
Of course.
Like, that's how I work. Whatever's happening, that's really happening. Whatever we're doing, that's what I'm doing.
Right.
And I was raping this woman. That was probably one of the hardest days.
So you had the mindset of a rapist.
Bro, no, it was physical. I had a little sock on my joint. Like we're
Right, you had to make it real.
It's not. Anika
That could be challenging right there.
Anika Noni Rose is a beautiful black woman, super talented, just amazing as an artist. And that's our experience.
Yeah, that could be challenging right there.
We're not. I don't think me and Anika Noni Rose are ever gonna be tight, bro. It's just not. It's not.
Yeah, you have to put your mind in a certain frame and.
Yeah, no, and I did.
Yeah.
I did. I think you can see it, in the film.
Yeah, you definitely did.
I went to the premiere with my mom and my sister and her husband. So I'm sitting next to my mom at the premiere. Ruby Dee's sitting in the row behind. I'm like, yo. It's like, oh man, here it comes. It's like, man,
You say here it comes, huh?
Yeah, it is what it is. But again, it's work and it's documented. 50 years after I'm gone, people can still watch it and remember. I think that's kind of fly. There were some amazing people. That was a bucket list thing for me. I remember years ago somebody asked me, who would you love to work with? And Whoopi Goldberg came out of my mouth because I just think, she's done everything and she was just dope at the time. She still is. and I got to work with Whoopi. You know, I got to hang out with Janet Jackson. I got to, you know, like, there's a lot of folks in that film.
Yeah, it is.
Harry Washington, chilling. It was like, it's good.
So when you performed that role, like, how was the acting world response to you after you did that?
Oh, wow. There's a TV show, Claws.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who's the star of that show? Anybody?
Heavy set.
What's her name? She ain't that heavy. She just got...
You know what I'm talking about. She thick.
What's her name?
I got her name, though. I know you're talking about.
Oh, man. Niecy Nash.
Niecy Nash.
Niecy Nash is so fly, bro. Mm-hmm. In person, she's amazing. And she's just, like, the best hugs and just such a nice person. Met her in L.A. before that. Super cool. But yeah, she was at the premiere and at the after party, Pier Hotel. Everything was first class. It was amazing. The vibe was funky. I was at the bar getting a drink, and Niecy Nash walked over. "What's up, Kay?" I was like, "Oh, what's happening?" She was like, "Hold up." She was like, "Hold up. I just need to let you know." I was like, "Wow, yeah." So the vibe, you know, she was like, "I definitely feel a certain way right now, but this whole, she just dead." I love you, but yeah. It's funny. I mean, I remember the film came out, and I saw somebody about a year later in the parking lot in LA, and they were like, "I ain't seen you in nothing else." I was like, "I was just in for Color Girls." "You in for Color Girls?" She was like, "Yeah, I was in for Color Girls. You weren't in that." I was like, "Yeah, I was in that. Like, what are you talking about? Who are you in for Color Girls?" I was like, "I was with." You were like she blocked it out of her mind. Like she was such a fan, she didn't even want to remember me in that role.
Doing that,
Yeah, you have another caller. You here to speak to Khalil? Caller?
Yes.
Caller.
Yeah, I'm here.
Turn your volume down.
Speak up, caller.
Yeah, I got you.
Caller.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's happening, man? How you? Who's this?
Big Ross.
Who?
Russ, how you doing, Russ?
Big
What's
Ross.
your question?
Rob. What up, Rob?
What's up?
What's happening,
baby?
man?
You ready?
Yeah.
Hey, all right. First of all, what? Yeah, I wanted to ask the brother, what role would he aspire to play in if he had a chance to now, and who is someone that he respects in the acting in his career today in the movie game?
You know who I'd like to play, who I think would be interesting, would be Sam Cooke. I think that would be kind of cool. And as far as like somebody that I really respect in the game coming up, I think the most fly person I ever met, worked with, spent time with, and got knowledge from was Gregory Hines. He was a beautiful human being and a huge talent. I mean, Gregory Hines was, if not the best tap dancer of all time, is definitely up there in the top 3. Like, and he was just an amazing person and taught me so much about being a man and like how to carry myself, you know. I miss Gregory Hines, man. He was beautiful people.
Okay. All right. Good enough. All right. So continue success in your career. Continue doing good, and continue looking to see more of you.
Thanks,
all right,
brother.
Stay
Thank
good.
you.
Appreciate you calling.
Let me ask you a question, right?
Yeah, man.
So how did the rumor start with you and Maino being like brothers and all that?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we're from the same tribe. I've never met Maino, and that's another thing. People in the street try to tell me like that we're brothers. I tell them we're not. Yeah. I'm lying. I'm like, that's funny. Yo, you're Raheem from Juice, right? Yeah. No, you're not. I'm like, wow. You and Maino are brothers. No, we're not. Yes, you are.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that. They're like, yo, that's Maino brother. Make sure you ask him that. I said y'all supposed to have the same father. I'm like,
no. I met Maino's manager. I did a gig at the Cutting Room here in Manhattan. They were there, and I told Maino, I said, what's up? And we got to hook up one night, you know, hang out, get some pictures together. Yeah. You know, start the rumor all over. You know, my mom. Yeah. You know, yeah, we brothers. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Yeah, but no, I've never met Maino.
I ain't never met him. You have another caller?
Hey, this is Doug.
What's up, Doug?
Hey, I had a question for you.
Yeah, man.
I recently watched Omar Epps on The Breakfast Club.
Nice.
He said that he got paid $12,000 for his role.
Yeah.
I wonder, was that like the price range around like all you guys, since you guys really didn't have too much experience?
Cats is still getting paid like $12,000 to do work. People think like just because they see you on TV that you're rich and that you're getting all this money, and there's a big difference between wealth and fame, and I don't know. You have to maximize your opportunity. I was able to take that money that we made from that film and turn it into a career. I mean, it's 28 years later, and I'm still working. I'm still touring. I still write. I'm directing now. Like I was able to make something out of it. Tupac turned it into an empire. I mean, Omar Epps is a gajillionaire. Like, yeah, they only paid.
Yeah,
you would think,
you know,
no, but from living in LA and seeing what goes down, those indie films like that, like if it was a crew of young white boys, the producers probably would have, when the film hit and became a hit, probably would have broke them off with a bonus or something to say thank you. Like, nah. And the producers from Juice, God bless them, two of those guys are huge right now. So I'm not trying to diss y'all, you know, it's all good. If you still want to give me a job, you know, whatever. But like, you know, one of them went on to do the Harry Potter series, and the other one did all the Fast and Furious movies. So yeah, they're balling.
Yeah, you know, it's just,
And guess who gave them their start? Me, Pac, Jermaine, and Omar. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just shocking as big as a movie that is, you know.
Nah, it's all good. You know, I'm not mad. I'm never mad.
There you go. Yeah. Well, caller, thanks for calling in.
Thanks,
we
bro.
appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. We really do. So let's talk about the song rapping and all that. You rapping?
What
and
rap?
all
Nah, I
that,
don't
man?
rap. I don't rap. Who told you that?
Okay, somebody rumor has it you rapping and all that, man.
No. Well, again, this is another thing like me and Maino being brothers.
You heard that before, right?
No. What it is that I wrote a play.
Right.
I wrote a play. In the play, there are poems. Now, the guy that I hired to do the music for the play, I had just directed a piece that he did the music for. We worked well together, so I brought him in, handed him the play, and said, bruh, I need you to put something together for this. So he read the piece. He goes, Khalil, there's all these poems in the piece. It's dope. I dig it. I'm down, but I need to hear you recite the poems so that I know the vibe and I can start putting something together. So we set up a meeting. I recited some of the poetry. He dug it. He took me in the studio and we started recording some stuff. After that, I got with the band. We started going out and performing some of this stuff. It's definitely not rap at
so
all.
they mistake that for rap.
Come on, bro. No, I'm not a rapper.
Okay, cool.
I don't even know about if I'm a poet. I'm definitely a writer, though.
Okay.
So as far as your progression, Khalil, on what you know today and when you first started, would you change anything?
No.
Everything the same?
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
I mean, look, know what you know. I definitely like to deal in facts. I know what this is. Like, you want to make changes, you want to try something different, go ahead, knock yourself out. But I have led a very interesting and successful life. Why would I want to change it?
Exactly.
I've really, since I was a kid, always done whatever I wanted to do. Yeah. I mean, I've never worked a 9 to 5. I built this motorcycle. I had this custom chopper in LA. I didn't build it, but I bought the parts. This guy, Jake, put it together for me. But I had this custom leather seat. And I had this corporation, Miles West. So it had the name of my corp on it. And then in the middle, it had N0925. And people would always look at the seat and be like, N0925, N0925. And I said, nah, that's not what that says. That says no 9 to 5. That's what that says.
Like, no, not.
They were like, oh. I was like, yeah.
You read in between the lines.
That's how
You have another caller? Caller?
Hey, I'm here.
What's up?
What's up?
Who's this?
Listen, I just wanted to say that female on your program, that's a beautiful female.
Oh, I thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very beautiful female. I like your style. I like how you look, how you coordinate yourself.
Yeah,
Keep
she's
it going,
beautiful.
keep it up. Stay black, stay beautiful, stay proud, okay?
Oh, my thank you. Thank you so much, caller.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I got
Thank
a
you,
question.
caller.
I got a question on that.
Sure.
How do you feel about that? Like, if somebody calls you a female, what would you like to be addressed
I mean,
as?
I am a female, but I'm a queen at the end of the day.
So you would rather be called queen?
Of course.
I'm with
Of
it.
course.
I'm my queen.
All day.
Cool. All day.
All day, Kate.
No, but I mean, how you're addressed, like that's the first thing that happens. So we can't really come back from that, you know. I think it's important to kind of, you know, any way you can, sort of let people understand how you would like to be addressed, so that they don't get out of pocket right out of the gate.
But you know what? I don't really ever have that problem. And, you know, I work with a lot of men. I do construction as well. So there's a number of things that I do. So I don't really have that problem as far as, well, someone's coming at me disrespectful, because the men see me as a queen. When I step in the room, they know what it is.
Yeah, no,
You know,
I
so
get that. I get
the
that.
response is always beautiful, and I guess it's off of my energy as well, you know,
Yeah.
because people can feel your energy immediately. Excuse my voice. But people definitely can feel the energy, you know, so I don't ever have any problems with that.
See, my sister,
You know?
like, I bring it up because my sister, like, I don't know. If somebody would be like, yeah, you know, you're a fine female. My sister would be like, what? I don't know. It wouldn't go over well. You know, I don't think that would go over well.
And but what it is you don't always have to address everyone who's trying to give you a compliment, because not everyone knows how to address a woman and a queen, you know, because they wasn't taught. You know, so sometimes, you know, you just say thank you and you keep it moving, because not everybody is worth explaining or to be taught, oh, this is what you should know, when you should know this off the bat, because your mother's a queen, so you should know that.
My sister is really good at saying thank you and keeping it moving. She's like the queen of thank you.
These are the thank you.
Yeah,
See you later.
yeah. Or Kyra Halima.
Yo, so Khalil, bro,
Yeah.
can you let everybody know your social media links if they was want to see what you're doing, or, you know, stuff like that?
Look, everything is under my name, Khalil Kain. You want to look me up on Facebook, it's under Khalil Kain. You want to look me up on Instagram, it's under Khalil Kain. You see me out in the street, say what's up. You want to chop something up, like my man Shorty Rock right here. We just exchanged numbers. He got a script you want me to read. It's all good. Come holler at me, talk to me. I'm normal, average, regular peeps. You know this.
Absolutely.
Dom
Very
Vito,
good
you know what it
energy,
is.
Exactly.
right?
You know, step up, say what's up, give me a pound, give me a hug. It's always love.
Yes.
You already know.
And can you let them know what podcast show you on right now, bro? What podcast show you on right now?
I am on the beat. 139
There
Harlem,
it is.
stand up.
Let's go.
My man Khalil Kain, thank you for coming out.